Malkin now, who joins us on a very important day, as always, as we move closer to the election. Good to see you, Michelle.
Good to see you too, Gretchen.
All right, let's talk about the Libyan attack and Senator Feinstein saying, hey, wait a second, I'm chairman of the Intelligence Committee. I think it was a terror attack. Where's she been?
Yeah. Thanks, Einstein. Feinstein. I mean, all of these Sherlock Holmes are coming out of the woodworks more than a month later, when what they're finally acknowledging now was bloody obvious, literally bloody obvious, the day after the attack, as soon as the news broke in the mainstream. And I think there's more backside covering going on here by these officials on Capitol Hill. But at the same time, you know, it now seems to be throwing intel under the bus. And I'm not sure that, I mean, especially if you watch the 4-hour hearing on the House side, that this has anything to do with the CIA.
Yeah, Michelle?
I mean, yeah.
Let's go ahead and show folks what she said yesterday. She said there's no question but that it was a terrorist attack. Oh, she should have phoned the White House about a month ago. There is no question but that the security was inadequate, and I think that there is no question that we need to work on our intelligence. There's the bus throwing you were talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no question about all of those things, but of course continuing lingering questions about why all of these officials on Capitol Hill continue to tolerate the lies and the propaganda of the White House. And remember, during the House hearing, we heard from Darrell Issa that they were going to try and submit a request to Ambassador Rice for a classified interview, and I'd certainly like to hear some follow-up
Well, I'll tell you
on
what, when you take on the CIA and tell them they're not doing a good job, that's a pretty sensitive area. That's the same CIA that helped track down bin Laden, which the president every once in a while mentions. So I'm wondering, are they going to take this sitting down? They're going to be the fall guy now?
Yeah, I mean, this is just, there's a 3-ring circus of buses with all sorts of people throwing themselves or attempting to be thrown under them. And yeah, I would hope they wouldn't stand for that, especially, like I said, given what was disclosed by the whistleblowers themselves about who knew what and when at the State Department.
Let's talk a little bit more about the Libya situation, because at the debate the other night, the questioner, the 61-year-old man from New York, he stood up and he wanted to know exactly what happened in Libya. And the president, by many accounts, did not answer the question. He then sought him out afterwards and apparently had more conversation with him. Here's Kerry Lodka on Greta's show last night.
He tried to explain that the reason he took so long between that initial announcement in the Rose Garden and about 2 weeks later when he formally announced it as an act of terrorism, that he wanted to be deliberate, that he did not want to make a mistake based on misinformation. He wanted accurate and true information, because any action he took in any part of the world, including the Middle East, would have dire consequences. So he really wanted to be deliberate and careful before he decided to take any course of action. I think everyone knew it was a terrorist attack right from the beginning, but he did not mention that to me during our private conversation.
So he didn't mention it to him in the private conversation. I find that interesting. I mean, what is it about this president not being able to call this an act of terror?
Well, I think it seems like it's in his DNA. Not to be able to call things what they are. And Kerry Lodka, the questioner, made a lot more sense on the night of the debate, and certainly in his interview with Greta now, than Jay Carney and all the spinners are. I mean, these people are spinning themselves like top 6 feet under. And I think what's good is that the last debate, of course, is going to focus on foreign policy and presumably many of these national security and war on terror issues. And I think it'll be a great opportunity for Mitt Romney to hammer even further than he was allowed to during that debate.
All right, Michelle, we've got only about a minute left. We have 2 more topics.
Yeah.
This is the lightning round. First topic, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed apparently can wear military camouflage at his trial at Gitmo.
It's outrageous. We've heard from the 9/11 family members all of the amenities that these combatants have gotten, and his behavior so far in the courtroom has been as arrogant and hubristic. Everything, all of the reasons why so many people were outraged that the Holder-Obama administration was pushing for these civilian trials to be rammed down people's throats. And you know, he's not the only one. We've got this Al-Masri that we're paying hooks for.
Perfect. All right, topic 2.
President Obama touts, he's been touting his pro-women record at the debate the other night. But it turns
Yes.
out, does he pay his female staffers less than men?
Yes, of course, these facts have been out for several months now. 18% less than the men at the White House, the annual median income for women. Women should know these facts. And as I've been counseling people, don't let these Obama administration officials who basically treat women like meat, come on. They're assuming that just because of your chromosomes that you're going to slavishly vote Democrat. Vote with your lady smarts, not your lady parts.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
There's a
you were-
bumper sticker.
Yeah, you were able call Joe Biden. Yeah, you were able to squeeze a lot into those final 90 seconds. Michelle, thank you very much. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week.
Thanks.
All right.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.